G'day people, I'm Monsterdad. Welcome back to Space Engineers single player survival. So, finally finished the design of the dual bunker system. This is bunker 1. I haven't made the other bunkers around the base as yet. I'll do those off camera. I don't really need to take you through the build of the other ones. So, did a bit of texturing on them as well. Similar sort of design. Well, similar. Same sort of design as the main base with the grey ribbing around it. Let me just activate them. Bunker 1. Action stations. Need a sound block that goes I might do that when we put it into the main control room in the other base. So red lights come on, hangar doors open. Just about make out the hangar doors opening. And I increase the speed of the pistons once they do start, so they come up. Boom. I did put another layer of blocks with the ribbing there, but I felt like it was just going to be in the way, so I took those off. So bit of a flat top design, which not ideal, not exactly what I would have liked, but I think we're probably just going to have to live with that. But in general, fairly pleased with it. They are loaded now and configured to what they need to shoot and what they don't need to shoot, so that for all intents and purposes this bunker is functional and operational. So let's pop it back into peace mode. So it should turn the lights off, yep, bring the Gatlings down, and then it will close the hangar doors. So job done. Okay. Yeah, fairly pleased with that. So what my main intention today is to test this thing, and the only way I'm going to be able to do that is jump into the recon drone remotely from the main base, because it's got the main antenna, and my intention is to fly it out this way, because the only bases we've found so far, enemy bases that is, engines on, okay, are the ones that don't spawn drones, so they're no good to us. So what I really need to do is locate an enemy base that does spawn the drones. So we're going to have to do a bit of searching with the recon drone. Now I think I explained in an earlier episode the way this mod works with these ground installations is that once you get a certain distance from, I think it's from your current spawn point, and I think 6 kilometers I want to say what the distance is. I think that's what it is. But once you get that distance, you will start activating spawns of enemy bases, and also the crash ships as well, because I have the crash ships mod also installed. Let's try and bring this down fairly gently. Boom. Yeah, so the crash ship mod as well. So once you get to like 6 kilometers away from your current spawn point, which I think it is, it will start generating these installations. And I mean, we've done it in the past. We've found, I think it's 3 altogether so far, 2 of which we attacked and took apart, but none of those spawned the drones. So we really need to find one that spawns drones. So we're going to do a bit of exploration today and try and locate those, and when we find one that spawns drones, the recon drone should activate the spawns for those enemy drones, and once we do that, my intention is to get them to follow the recon drone back towards the base, and then once they're within a certain range of the base and we know they're going to keep coming towards us, we'll activate the bunker remotely from here. What we will be doing is activating it from, I'll show you when I'm in the chair actually, we'll be able to see it from there. So where the ladder is there, this top level here, I think I mentioned, will become the main control center, and there'll be a glass all around it, so basically we can see over the entire hydrogen facility, including all around where the bunkers are, so we can have a 360 degree view range, and we can remotely activate or deactivate all the operations from that main control station, which will be on the top of this platform enclosed in a building. So that will be like the final little detail for this particular hydrogen processing base. And once we've got that, so the 2 bunkers, finish the control center, neatened up the parking system here a little bit, then we can move into space, which is great. I'm really looking forward to that. And what I'm probably going to do is end season 1 when we finalize this base and get all the drones doing their job and all the ice drills digging away. We'll end season 1, have a break for a week or so while I just get the plans together for what we're going to do when we get into space, and then we will start season 2 with the space base, which I've marked a spot for in orbit already. And then once we've got that going, we can get the remote controlled planet to orbit drone that will bring the liquid hydrogen for our hydrogen power plants for our space station and battleship from here up to space. So yeah, so the whole thing will tie together. We won't be just leaving the planetary base and forgetting all about it. We'll actually, it will still be of use to us in season 2 as we go forward, because it will need all the liquid hydrogen to power our generators. So what am I looking for? Recon. We haven't taken Recon 1 out for quite some time. I guess probably check the status of its fuel. 0.3 in each reactor. That should be more than enough. More than enough. Okay, well let's take control of Recon 1. Where is the remote? Oh, why can't I control it? Let's try that again. Shift K, Recon 1, control. Are we controlling it? We're not, are we? Why can't I control Recon 1? What am I doing? Am I being stupid? Am I being a duffer? Recon 1 terminal. So the antenna is on. You're probably screaming at the screen right now saying, "Yeah, you're not doing this, you dope." The remote control is on. Main remote control I don't think matters. Oh, it's because autopilot's on. That's why. So let's turn autopilot off, and then we can control it. Got there eventually. Okay, which camera's which? That is the camera that we want. So let's light up the engines, unlock the landing gear, and let's get in the air. Cool beans. So we do have the camera pan, don't we? And camera pan is Alt. That's right, move the mouse button. So where's the base? Let's get our bearings. Okay, so there's the main base. We've got 2 hours of fuel, so we've got plenty of time. Okay, what I might do is either cut or fast forward this until we find something, because I've got to get out about 6 kilometers before anything happens. So what I'll do is I'll get back to you if we find anything interesting. So later. Welcome back. Alright, found something. Resource processing station. I can't recall whether this one generates drones or not. So let's go in and find out. I'm pretty. I want to say within 2 kilometers the drone spawns happen. But I can't recall exactly. Well, that's a really cool valley, though, isn't it? I like that. So let's see if we can get a sneak peek at it. That's not the same. Is that the same one we took out last time? Same type? I can't recall. It looks like a similar sort of setup. If it is, it won't generate drones, which is kind of a bit of a shame. So we should find out pretty soon if it does or not. Doesn't look like it. I mean, we should be able to safely get within a kilometre of it without its guns firing. So let's level off. Camera panning is so good, so useful. No, I think that's similar to the one we took out before, so it certainly doesn't generate drones because it would have done so by now. So all we can do is just keep searching. So I'll get back to you again if we come across something else. Later! Welcome back. So there's a frontier outpost over that way. I'm absolutely certain a frontier outpost is one of the things we took out previously, and it does not spawn drones. So it's really frustrating, I'm afraid. I just cannot find a drone spawning enemy base. In fact, there don't seem to be many popping up at all. I mean, certainly when I've used this mod before, you can end up with an absolute ton of them on the map in close vicinity to each other. But in this instance, we seem to be getting next to nothing. I'm not sure if there's a problem with the mod or not. But there certainly seems to be very little in the way of spawns. Beautiful countryside though. Anyway, I'm going to keep searching and I'll get back to you if anything else turns up. Later! Welcome back. I seem to have found a valley of floating trees. I don't know if you noticed them when I was speeding up the video there. Coming through there, there's tons and tons of floating trees around. Look, you can see loads of them over there as well. There's very cool scenery around here though, even if the trees are floating. I'm going to start heading back towards the base. This is really looking like a a great big fail in every sense. So I may have to just find another way to get a couple of drones to spawn so we can test these out just to see them in action. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I think this is a possibility that there might be an issue with the mod, because like I said, in the past I've never had a problem with these bases spawning, and they, if anything, they usually spawn too many, and it makes it really difficult to search the map without running into them and getting drones following you and trying to kill you all the time. But in this instance, looks like we scared them off. Apart from the floating trees, there's nothing of any real interest. Anyway, I'll get back to you in a minute. Later! I say that, but there's a lookout tower just come up over there. Let's check that one out. I'm in the wrong position to approach the base from here for the turrets, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, let's check out this lookout tower. And see if this has anything to offer us in the way of drones. It doesn't sound like it's going to spawn drones, a lookout tower. I think it would have happened by now. Let's get within a kilometre and see if anything occurs. No. Nothing of real interest. Well, that's a tiny little thing, isn't it? Oh, let's... Ah! Oh, oh! Come on! This thing is so slow when you need to turn and get out of trouble. Got a bit close there. I don't think there's any permanent damage done though. Anything else coming up? No, it doesn't look like... Oh, we've got a crashed vessel coming up 6 kilometres the other side of that. I might investigate that with the salvage ship at some point. It's a good, what, 18, 19 kilometres from the base, which won't be too bad really. So on this approach back, we should be coming over the Pilgrim's Rest monument, if my bearings are correct. Anything else coming up? No. Okay. Well, I'll continue back down to the base and I'll get back to you in a moment. Later! Welcome back. There definitely seems to be something strange going on with the game at the moment. Look at that. We seem to have developed an enormous hole beneath the Pilgrim's Rest monument. It's just floating in the air. So I'm not sure what's going on. There's definitely issues somewhere. The POIs don't seem to be particularly don't seem to be generating well. We've got floating trees. Our build is now floating in mid-air, which is a little bit worrying. Yeah. We've got floating trees everywhere, look. There's a big section of that ground missing as well now. Oh! Oh! What is going on? Everywhere I've done something or built something, the ground has disappeared. Oh dear. Okay, well, I mean, I do have a backup of the game from, I think a little while ago. So if all else fails, I can at least go back to that. But what I'll need to do is reload the game, and let's see if this fixes itself. So I'll be back in a moment. Welcome back. Okay, so I loaded it from the point where we were over here, just passing over the Pilgrim's Rest, and it seems to have fixed itself. That was a little bit worrying. I guess the floating trees should have been a warning sign. But I think we can safely call that episode a complete fail. A complete fail. So what I think I'll do is yeah, all this is fixed as well, thank goodness for that. What I think I will do is off camera I will hunt around a bit more. I may just restart that mod just in case something's gone wrong with it. Now, we do have a landing camera on this, don't we? Yes, we do. Let's turn some lights on as well. There we go. Perfect. Shut that bad boy down. Lights off. Let's get out of there. Okay. Yeah, apologies for that. That was a bit of a fail, that one. Yeah, so what I'll probably do off camera is I'll do a bit more searching around that way after I've reloaded that mod, and I'll do a bit of searching that way as well. And what I'll try and do is set something up for the beginning of next episode where we can test these bunkers properly, because we've put the work into building them and designing them. I'd like to see them in action. I really would. What's the point in building something? And I think somebody said that to me in the comments a few episodes ago. What's the point in building something if we don't see it in action? And quite rightly so. So on that note, I will bid you all farewell. Thank you for watching. Please press that like button, it really helps the channel grow. Thank you for subscribing if you have already, and please subscribe if you haven't. I'm Monsterdad, and I'll see you in the next episode. Later!